All right. God bless you, one and all. It's ridiculous, but they're blocking commenting today. It just says something went wrong. And there's a picture of a monkey with a hat and a hammer and a search bar for YouTube. So no comments. Can you imagine how afraid they are of the truth? It's just unreal. They're just liars and cheaters, all of them. So just can't even believe this crap. It just keeps getting worse for me up in here. It's ridiculous. So in that light, really, everyone like supporting this channel, coming here to listen, sending donations, you're making this possible. It is so close to impossible to get this information out, especially since Trump got in. It's just talk about hating the truth. Yeah, make America great again. No truth. Make it great. Pretty almost invisible on Liberty Aid Academy, just completely invisible here, huh? It's just craziness. So really, I do appreciate the support. It's just yeah, Liberty Aid Academy has kind of become a break-even prospect. So your support here is really super duper helpful. So let's get into today's stuff. I'm sorry you can't comment. It's nothing I can do on my end. You know, I tried a couple times reloading it and things like that. So my apologies on that. One thing I've noticed about the videos that I do here, the videos I do on Jesus Christ Trust, and the videos I do on Liberty Aid Academy is no one likes them or comments on them. Some people like on them. Almost no one ever comments on any video I make ever. On this channel, it's Mike, pretty much, exclusively. So, Mike, thank you. I think everyone else is still scared shitless of, you know, jail and whatever you're afraid of. Everyone has Stockholm syndrome, even in here, completely. It's just mind boggling how afraid everyone is of the truth and basically afraid of me. Um, if you're with God and you're doing like what I say and all that, you have no reason to fear anything. But apparently, their fear grows by the day as we get closer to the end. It is just so incredible. So, I named this one Never Born, I Never Die. And that relates to a Mayor Bible quote that I want, and it relates to my situation. So, I'm going to go into that. And let me first read the Mayor Bible quote so we can, move along after that. And this was at his 60th birthday party, is when the quote was supposed to happen. And it happened at 9:30 a.m. And he had Ramju uh, read it, this message, to the Mandalay, who were, his disciples, and who were present at that day. So Ramju, by far, is anything under Ramju is the closest to the truth you'll find any truth. Uh, Dead baby next bow, God speaks, right? That's the Bear Bible say. But as far as an author who writes under his name, not under Mayor Baba's name, but Ramju is absolutely the one putting out the most truth and information. That's why they basically never print his stuff. Practically, it's you can find it online. It's very hard. Uh, Not much is out there under him for that reason. So let's read the quote. I'm never born, I never die, yet every moment I take birth and undergo death. The countless illusory births and deaths are necessary landmarks in the progression of man's consciousness to the truth, a prelude to the real death and real birth. Real death is when one dies to self, and real birth is when dying to self, one is born in God, to live forever his eternal life consciously. Although I am present everywhere eternally in my formless infinite state, from time to time I take form. And the taking of the form and leaving is it is sorry, and the taking of the form and leaving, it is termed my physical birth and death. It is termed. In this sense, I was born 60 years ago and I will die when my universal work is finished. You're celebrating my 60th birthday today with all your love, enthusiasm, and zeal has deeply touched me and makes me give you my blessings for the ultimate understanding that we all are one, that God alone is real, and that all else is false. So, let's just say it's really interesting, this quote, right? Because Bear Baba never takes a physical form, has never taken a physical form in this reality in Earth. No, has never done it. So that's interesting because I'm never born, I never die, right? He never took a physical form here, so he never died. That's the meaning behind this quote, and I'm able to explain that, and that's why I'm kicked out of the Bear Papa Center because I know the truth, and that's why those people that went there with me, you're kicked out too. So because hey, don't tell people, we're running this, we're running the God business on me here. What are you doing? You're messing with their whole. Well, you're messing with that thing. Explain his flag, what the rainbow means and all that. And, explain everything of his that no one has ever explained before, ever. And so it's really obvious to see who I am. Uh, but now that's a quote. I'm never born, I never die. Now, for my situation, I'm in physical form. That's a fact. People have seen me, and you can see me May 3rd through the 11th when there's the gathering coming up. You just see me. I'm in physical form. So what do I mean? I'm never born, I never die. What does that mean? You see? Well, I'm never born. I just pop into this reality, and at the end, I don't die. I'll pop out of the reality. That's it. There's no being born and no dying for me. There's suffering in between it a huge amount. Yeah, that's happening. Uh, so, but you see how the same exact words have two entirely different meanings, neither one of which anyone who's a Bible lover either understands. Either direction of that explanation. First of all, they have no interest in hearing it because they already know, I guess. Uh, and they have no interest in following what Mayor Mama says. They don't. They don't want it. They don't want the truth. They don't want anything like that. They just want to go to RD at 7 a.m. and go to RD at 7 p.m. They want to, have their vacation to the Mayor Baba Pilgrim Center Country Club, where they get to visit with all the other fallen angels who are reincarnating here, and all that BS nonsense. That's all they want to do. Same as the Mandalay. His disciples, Bear Baba's disciples, when he was alive, them that were alive or whatever, you know, the only thing they say they want to do is, oh, we just want to serve Bear Baba. That's all we want to do, right? That's all angels want to just stay in heaven where Bear Baba, God the Father is. We just want to stay here with him. We don't want to do anything else. We don't want to get into a body and go in there. And if we do, we don't want to do anything honest and truthful. This is what Bear Baba said. It's like when I went over there, wow, my goodness, what was 2019? Yeah. And you know, I got taken to the trust office by, what's his name? Dear it's your guy who went to Gonzaga where I went to high school. I saw him last time we were there, and he played the Perfect Master in the play. Uh, Al Grosso, yeah. He's like, "Oh, hey," he saw me, he's like, "Hey, let's go to town. I wanna, show you this place." So I'm like, "Oh, okay." And he went and had a drink because you can't, like, drink spirits, you can't drink alcohol at the Bauma Center. I'm like, "Okay." He's like, "You wanna drink?" I'm like, "No, I don't drink." So he had a drink, and it was at this, like, this super old, you know what I mean, like, English bar in town. It was just like, crazy place. And, then he's like, "Oh, hey, I just wanna stop by the trust office." I was like, "Oh, okay, go ahead." And so at the trust office, there's, like, the buildings are in an L shape, and that's pointed to, like, a gate. In the L shape and the gate in that area is, like, a center courtyard with trees and then a circular sitting place with some benches. I was like, "I'll just wait here." And he's like, "Okay." And he comes out and he's like, "Oh, hey, why don't you come in? They wanna talk to you." I was like, "They do?" And I'm like, "Okay." And so there's Bal Kalturi's son. He's, like, running the trust basically from the trust office, and he's like, "Oh, we understand you wanna talk to us." So I was like, "Yeah, I just wanna explain a few things. You don't seem to understand, so I thought I'd explain." Like the meaning of his flag. See, the only way to make a rainbow is when light passes through a crystal, and that's a reference to the flag. You see what I'm saying? It's a rainbow, but it's not like the pride, you know, evil flag that you got in America. It's the rainbow's flipped until red is at the bottom with Bear Baba, and then there's blue at the top, like this perfect aquamarine, like Caribbean water blue. I was like, see, that's a rainbow, and that explains above it, above our heads right now, is the form of God, the ocean. We're the crystal sphere surrounded by the ocean called God, and it's a borderless ocean, and that's God's true form, as Bear Bob would say. If I show you my true form, one day I will. I was like, well, the true form is ocean. That's why he's always referencing, the ocean, the unlimited ocean, and waves of creation. The form of God the Father, one of them, right? Like the innate beginning form when form happened is the ocean, surrounded by the crystal balls, the three worlds, right? You got heaven, you got earth, and then you got hell, the moon, and then you got heaven, the sun. That's when he's talking about the three worlds. Uh, he's talking about the gross form, the subtle form, and a mental form. But the three worlds, right, are earth, heaven and hell. Matches up with the Bible and all that. Oh, and so I sat there and I explained, the meaning of the flag. I explained, you know, about his trust. I was like, "Where's his trust? I've been looking for his trust. Where is it? I'm in the office where it's supposed to be. Do you have it?" You know what I'm saying? Because all we have to do is sign that trust, and sign in that, and we sign with God. I wasn't looking to make my own trust. I was like, "There is his trust. There's his signature. That's it. That's the gateway right there." Like, nope. I couldn't find it nowhere. Not I got a digitized copy in an email from Sridhar Kelkar, who's the chairman of the trust, chairman of the board of trustees. That's what I got. And I kept going to the different places looking for where is this thing, is it a county office? I went to the archives. uh, there's a special, purpose-built archive building meant to uh, store everything that they have records of with no power in case the power goes out. It's built pillbox style out of concrete into the hill. Uh, so any calamities, fire, earthquakes, whatever, it's supposed to continue to function. I'm like, oh, okay. They get told it's in the trust office, and then I get the runaround. for each place. No, it's not here. No, it's there. Oh, no, it's not there. So I ended up in the office and I'm talking to his son and I explained these things to him. Al standing there, Bow Junior, right? Is there? I ain't bowing a bow. Uh, and then the secretary, his secretary is in there. I explained these things, and literally the guy didn't say a single word in response to me. Not one single word. Didn't say a word. Not a sentence. Not a word. Zero. The secretary goes behind him. He's at a desk. I'm sitting right facing him, right like this. I'm in a chair. He's in a chair at his desk. Literally doesn't say a word to me. The secretary goes behind him and off the altar behind him picks up a photo that's in, picks up a photo and brings it forward and says, "This is him. That's him right here. That's him." As a child in the picture sitting at Mayor Baba's feet. That's him, the child, sitting next to Mayor Baba's feet. No words from the now adult who's way older than me. Just a photo. And I was like, and Al was in there too. So Al is four of us. So I was like, I was just stunned. And I was like, okay, so you told him. I was like, okay. I left. That was that. I was like, this is ridiculous. There's no pathway for anyone to get out of here inside of trust. They're hiding it. They're making it impossible to use on purpose. And they don't have a single response to all the truth that I came out with, the trust and I I forget what else hit his stuff that no one has ever decoded that I went in there and decoded right in front of the guy. No one bows at my feet. No one, oh, wow, that's amazing. Not a single breath with words except for that's him at Mayor Baba's feet. The only response I ever got to anything I said was that. Nothing else. Nothing. Nothing. Not a thing. So I was like, and that was 2019, and I explained the trust I had made and stuff like that. So couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I was like, because by then I had, started a trust already in 2016, and I was like, I was like, oh, dude, if this could be found, I was like, and then I started asking around during that time, hey, are any of the trustees alive still? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's revive this trust. Like, no one canceled it per se. You see what I'm saying? And if they're living trustees, I was like, all they need to do is allow someone to be signed in. I was told they're all dead. And I was told by somebody else, no, there's someone that's still alive. Just absolutely the runaround, the whole just pathetic, totally pathetic. And in 2019, I was there. I stopped by the Obama Center, to talk about that and that information. And then after that, I was with Casey, but I went into town by myself. And I ended up going to Kashmir after that, and looking for Jesus Christ tomb, and found his shrine, and found that glowing white cross of stone in the Himalayas. That try to photograph it, and I'm sitting there looking at it, and I'm looking at my iPhone, and I'm trying to take a photo of it, and it won't show up on my phone. I'm like, there it is. I'm like, it's not. And Casey was standing next to me, who went to film school in LA. And, like, let me see your camera. Let me see your thing. Nope. It wouldn't show up. They couldn't take a photograph or video of it because it would not show up. Wouldn't show up. I was like, ridiculous, ridiculous. This place is ridiculous. This really is. So you know, I'm never born, I never die, and Mayor Obama is never born and never dies. But two separate meetings, you see, and so I thought I would explain that today, so that people are aware of what that means. I never leave Earth. I leave in between of when the time loops on here, come back in again in an 8-year-old body, get my memory wiped, and do it all over again, infinitely. How would it make you feel if you could never leave here? The devil leaves here. As Mayor Obama said, Indra, his position, that position can be replaced. That's a replaceable position that someone passing by, going to the seventh plane, can take the devil's spot. That's a fact. The devil can leave here. He can leave. I cannot. I can never, ever not be here when Earth is running the 64-year time loop. It's impossible. Why? With no shepherd here, no one leaves here ever. It's eternity of only prison. So no difference between here and hell, really. Because the devil's in here. So, but I'm not in hell. You see, I'm in earth. I'm in earth. So in the day, the judgment day, when that day happens, time is at a different pace and a different speed in the other two worlds. One day here is 1,000 years. One day here is 1,000 years in heaven or hell. So I get 1,000-year break. But see how hell is infinite? Let's say you leave here and you get sent to hell, you don't reincarnate or nothing like that, you get sent to hell. You're there pretty infinitely. You know what I'm saying? For 64 years, where one day is 1,000 years, that's pretty forever, you know? That's why, and heaven, you see they run at different rates of time. In the ocean of God who surrounds these crystal spheres, that's timeless. There is no time there. I've been there. In this, when I've left this forward and gone with God, there is no time there. So it's very strange to look back at Earth and realize this has already happened, everything here, and then to be returned in here and realize I never leave here is quite, a paradox to live with mentally, spiritually, in your heart, and so on. It's a very difficult paradox that basically almost no one except for the perfect masters and myself can live their existence with infinite knowledge and finite knowledge, the knowledge of here and the knowledge of God. It just rips you asunder because, it's two different, completely different pieces of reality, you see? Like, it's just so difficult to know the two completely different places and that they're both true and why they're both true and so on. God's running a game up here on Earth. So uh that's I'm never born, I never die. So, I leave here in this physical form and I'll go, meet with God. Hey, how did I do this time? I feel like I did really not so good. Got very few. He's like, yeah, but you're not supposed to get me. It's like, Ah, great. So that means I'm gonna be doing this a little bit. Oh, yeah, that's for sure. Forever, right? Jesus is, Alpha Omega, right? Jesus is right in heaven, you see? Jesus ain't coming here. Uh, Neither is Bear Baba. Now, the devil's here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, in form, all day, every day, no problem whatsoever. So, the fact that I'm here casts a shadow and makes the devil allowed to be here. But I'm the shepherd. I'm the one. If someone, I don't care if you get baptized somewhere else. I don't care. I don't care if you did it yourself. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It matters helping you conceptually, you know, oh, okay, this is what's going to happen and so on. But there is a spiritual hierarchy, and I'm at the top. And so, it, you know, the ego must die. You have to bend the knee to me because it's bending the knee to yourself too. You see what I'm saying? First, I bend the knee to you. If you're coming to this gathering, I will baptize you first, and then I bend the knee. I bend the knee, just as Jesus said. This is how you're supposed to, gather. When you gather, watch each other's feet. Wash your feet. You're baptized, and what happens, and then that completes the process. Say you have to bow to me. If I just bow to you, baptize you, nothing happens to you. Sorry. Your ego has to die about to me too. If you can't do those things, if you can't complete that process, you don't leave here. You will reincarnate here. Everyone, everyone will. It will happen. Guaranteed. I guarantee you, you will reincarnate if you don't do those things because you're still running on your ego. See the cross, right? Two things have to happen, right? Oh, that's the spiritual hierarchy, and it bows to me, and then I bow to it. Okay, then off you go. See you. Yeah, you don't get to come here anywhere, and you have to listen to me after that. That's it, because I'm the shepherd. I'm not out here giving a million dictates, do this, do that. I don't do that. I teach you how to these are the principles at play here, and you gotta, you're trustee over your soul. You got questions, ask me. And if I give you an answer, you better do it. If you don't do it, well, why did you ask? why did you ask? Yeah, the spiritual hierarchy is real or it's not real. Which one? You see? So the five perfect masters are my spiritual hierarchy. I have to follow. Yeah, they wake up the avatar. That's me. And then they're not in play for you. No, they're not for you. No, you get one avatar. You get me. You don't get them. You're not gonna go meet with them. They're not gonna meet with you. They're not going to. It's like with their mama's perfect masters, right? Who was last one? Apazi Maharaj, right? And so he's like to his disciples, go with Marwan. Go with Marwan, right? That's Marwan is his real name, right? Go with him. It's done. He's got the key now. Yeah, they're running things until the avatar wakes up, and then it's like, no, you got to go with him. That's it. That's the game. Certainly, I don't make this game. Certainly, I do not make this game for sure. God made this game. It throws me in here, and this is God's game. I absolutely don't make this game. Why? Why am I not giving control of that? Because I'd be like, hey, uncle, father, right? I'm done. Yeah, no, you ain't done. You never done. Yeah, because what? What creation would want to come back in this hellhole with a bunch of people that don't listen? Who? No one. I was like, yeah, you're gonna do it. Oh, okay. Yeah. You told me we are gonna do it, so I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna do it. But other than that, if it was up to me, it's like, well, why would I be here? And nobody listens. A very few that listen. Yes, I am here to help you. And I do my best to help you. But to choose it? No, God has to make that choice for me. Like, what? Y'all don't listen. Why would I come back at you? Oh, you'll get a few. It's like, is there no speedier process that I could be less involved with? Please? Nope, there isn't. And there's never going to be. So that's the reality of the situation. I'm never born, I never die. There is a spiritual hierarchy. Bend the knee, and I back and forth it goes, you know, and You can do as I say from that on, or not as stay. Up to you. If you ask me a question, I answer it. You don't do it. You're reincarnating. Sorry, 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 but that's the rules. It's so simple. Okay. Any questions? Don't type them. You have to go to the classroom and write questions, I guess. Actually, if you have any thoughts or questions, why don't I just say, I will look now in the spiritual, what's it called? In Maybe that's the way we could do questions if you have any. Uh, in the classroom, there's a section in there called spiritual, and it says general spiritual discussions. So that's still functioning at this moment. And so if you have anything, question of the day or something like that you want me to get into, I will look in there as I do this show, and you can type something in there. Okay? So if something's on your mind, you need help with, whatever, as I'm live now, and you have some thoughts or whatever, you can do that. Go, okay. Because I'm here for you. So there's no other reason I'm here. All right. Uh, let's get into a few other things. Time X, right? Time X. And X letter is like the skull and crossbows. It's like two eights, right? 8 and 8, 64. So Time X is, the brand Timex, the clock is, that's why they're always wearing, a lot of times they wear two watches. You see the famous people, whatever. Almost all of them have at least one photo of them with two watches on. So, you know, they're a watch. They're the watchers. Uh, so they know what's up. They know what's going on with the 64-year time loop. Now, I've decoded many different things that point to the 64-year time loop. And so today I'm going to do a clock, a watch, a clock, right? The watchers watch the clock. As, they know what time it is. Uh, so a clock has 60 minutes, right? That's 60. That's like, boy, that's not 64. There's a minute hand, yes, and there's an hour hand. So we're up to 62. And then most watches, the second hand has it's longer. It goes in one direction, but it also goes in the other direction. You know what I'm saying? The minute and hours hand usually is just at the center point and it goes out. Yes? And then say minutes and hours, but the second hand overlaps, right? The center point, it overlaps. So 1, 2, 64. That's how it took me. I looked at that clock for a long time, like, what's all this? Where's the 64-year time loop in this? Because everything, literally everything in here, every sign and symbol basically says only one thing. It's talking about Judgment Day or the time loop. It's all, everything, every sign and symbol, every logo of some major international uh, Scion, like corporation. It's always referencing one thing and one thing only. Uh, the 64-year time loop or the end time 2033, right? It's only, everything is only talking about one thing in here. I can decode every sign and symbol because it only means one thing. So you're always looking at, what does it mean? Where's 2033? Where's 33? Where's 64, right? That's all you're looking for. You're never looking for anything else, right? Let's go over again the three things that our creator built into our hands, right? 6 up, 60, 4 down, 64, 64, right? This way, right? 64, 64, 6 up, 2 down, right? Let's go over this one in particular because Bear Baba uses this particular symbol. Yes. So 2, right? 1, 2, 2 fingers down. Here's a 0, 2, 0, and then 3, right? 20, 30. But wait, there are two threes. See, because 2 times 3 is two threes. 20, 33. They use this symbol a lot. Yes? What's this symbol? It's like the cross, right? It's talking about heaven, God. Guess what God's going to do, right? Is a Freemason symbol. Yeah, okay. Uh, so what's how many digits we got? Three digits. So that means four times four times four. Three times, right? 64. Let's do another one. I've never done this one. Thank you for this information, God. The let's do this. The hidden hand. Yes, that's the same thing. It's the same thing. The hidden hand, right? Up, right? It's just like the last one we did. Uh, up, right? To God. God is going to do 64 year time loop, right? Same digits, three, right? Four times four times four, 64. There's a new one for today. So literally every single thing that their secret, you know, everything that they do is a secret, right? Only thing they're doing is making sure, hey, you know about 64 year time. Oh, okay. You're fallen angel. Great. Okay. Let's use mind reading instead of words. Oh, okay, great, fine. Right? Okay. Okay, that's decoding that. I'm at the drum circle last night and Gypsy's there. His real name is James. And Jay asked about what was the church, that took him in, so to speak. Nokomis Baptist Church. That's the one. I haven't gone by there yet, but I asked him. But I'm gonna go by there and it'll be locked or whatever. And I'm gonna have words with them. I told Gypsy like, what's the name of that place? I'm gonna go by there and have words with them. And he already told me. He's like, no, I don't. He's like, I didn't stay there. They're creepy. There's he's like that place ain't right. That's so good. I was like, yeah, okay, that's true. It's not. So he's like, no. He left. So that's the answer to that question. Last night, I get there at the drum circle, and he's walking out of the bathroom right when I walk in. I'm like, hey, he just texted me. And I give him a hug. And I was like, all right, man. I was like, we talked for a minute. I was like, let me come out. And then I go in to pee. I come out. Jehovah's Witness. He's up there standing there talking to the Jehovah's Witness that are always here. Uh, and they're there, and he's talking to one of them, and then there's some other ones right behind him, right where I walk up. There's the guy that runs them all, and the other ones are bait women, they're bait in the trap, always women. Just this one guy who's rarely there, and he no he's there. He's not necessarily they have a stand. It's like Jehovah's Witness Bible study. That's what it says, Bible study. So he's talking to one of them. I turned around. I was like, "Hey, there's the guy, right?" And he's asked me, "Please don't speak to the women." I was like, "Well, please stop using them as bait, and so that I won't speak to them." That's what I said. He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Hey, if I go by your house, there better be blood on your door. There better." And he's standing next to one of his bait, women. And I like, you teach the Bible, right? You don't teach the New Testament where Jesus shows up to teach the Bible. So in the Old Testament, the only way to be with God is you put blood on your door. There better be blood on your door. Better be blood. He'll say nothing. Of course, there's no blood on his door. Devil worshippers. And so, do my usual. That's what I say to now every Jehovah's Witness. I was like, there better be blood on your door. If there's no blood on your door, you're going to hell. What? It's a fact. It's their book. We follow the Bible. Oh, Bible study. Okay. Well, is there blood on your door? No. Well, you don't follow your book. Why are you pretending to teach the Bible when there's no blood on your door? That's what I say to them. You're pretending. Bible. You don't teach the New Testament. That's when Jesus shows up. So you're with the devil. So where's the blood on your door? Where? Better do it. I say 8 years left. That's what I say. You better do it. You better get that blood on your door. Uh, and then later, drum circles going on, and I go over and talk with Gypsy, and I was like, he says, "Oh, I was talking with Jehovah's Witness for a bit." He's like, they are right." I was like, "You're right. They're the cops. They're the police." Uh, he's like, "Oh man, like that guy." I was like, "Yeah, that guy's the cops." He's like, "I don't know if they're the cops." He said, "If you had said like CIA," he was like, "Yeah, that dude dresses like a cop." He's like, has that thing like his badge is supposed to be on it, but it's not on it. I was like, "Exactly, that's the cops, man. NSA, CIA, that's all the cops, whatever." He's like, "Oh yeah, that's that. Yeah, that's the guy's a cop." I was like, "Yeah, you just out of jail again. That's a cop. Yeah." Oh, like, "You see their place, Gypsy? You've been around town. They have a multi-million-dollar piece of property with a, church on it. They're never in. I've never seen anyone there, a parked car every single time I've been by there, locked up tight and no one's there, ever." And I said, "You ever see what's across the street from that place, Gypsy? Is a multi-million-dollar untouched forest surrounded by 8 foot, chain link fence with barbed 3 strands of barbed wire over it, unspoiled piece of land that's their land." Who gets a multi-million-dollar piece of property in Sarasota with this church? It's the cops, it's the government. What? You tell them your shiz, they tell the cops, they come by and arrest you. Jehovah's Witness, they're just there to, you know, tell the cops that, they're the watchers. It was Soleil who lived with me. She told me about her childhood. They got her door knocking at 12 years old. She would knock on all the doors. And Jehovah's Witness keep a file on everyone that lives in every house. They've knocked on every door. They keep files. Everyone is known everywhere in the United States. I don't know outside, but everyone in every single home, your file is on record with the Jehovah's Witness. It is. The cops, they have your record for sure. What you said to them, everything about you, where you live, who's living there, all that stuff. You're like, people are like, "Oh, it's a private trust. I don't want people to know about me." What? Everything about you is known. Everything. Your where you are, they read your mind, they know where you are. That's just a part of their abilities, their innate abilities, a sixth sense. They have a sense you don't have. You see, everywhere you go, they know where you are at all times, night or day. They know where you're awake, where you're asleep, what you're eating. Every single thing you do from birth to death, they know everything. They're keeping a record of it. They know where you're getting close to God. They know where you're not. They know everything about everyone. Of course, they know. The Watchers in the Book of Enoch. Read the Book of Enoch. Watchers are in there. That's them. Jehovah's Witness. We're witnessing everything from everyone. I'm sorry. And Gypsy was like, "Look, they got 6 people here. They got multi-million pieces of property adjacent to each other in Sarasota. They've got 6 people. How do they live? These 6 people, they're everywhere. They're always in the drum circle. They're always at events. And, this is just I've seen other ones in other places. They are at several other locations in Venice and Sarasota. Right? They're at the bus station. They're in Sarasota. They're at the train depot in Venice. Uh, they're at the library in Venice. There are all these different locations. I was like, listen, who's paying all their salaries? Right? Who is paying all their salary? Who pays for their home? Who pays for their food? They're on salary. They're doing the same thing all day, every day. They're with the government. They're the this is why the treasurer's like, "Hey, don't look, don't look at our efficiency or nothing like, they're pretending to clean that up when in fact, of course, they're, same old, same old. Just put more over on crypto and less at the treasury. That way, nobody can see anything. Oh, okay, no problem. Get more stuff off the books. I already know what's on your books just by your actions. It's so easy to spot you creatures. You don't like the video. There's 5 people that like the video, and there's 14 people in here. You can't take the time to like the video or comment on the video. Why should I give a fuck about your soul? I don't. Fuck off. Get out of here. If you don't like the video, get the fuck out of here. Get me? Leave. Leave. Get the fuck out of here. I don't want you here. You're not supporting my work in any way, shape, or form. Get out of here. Leave. My God, I already said it in a nice way. How come people can't hear me in a nice way? They just can't hear. I'm like, hey, it's nice if you like my video, share my video. How many times am I going to say that? How many times? You make it so I can't be nice. You think that affects my health and you make it so I can't be nice? Unreal. Unreal. You're so caring about what I got to do. Unbelievable. 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 Seriously, unbelievable. Hard to believe. I can't believe how backward everyone is in here. Unreal. So I'm going to start law school soon. I had to call them because, of course, you in law school in this law school, I put it up Northwestern California Law School. Uh, I put up, hey, I'm doing the application and stuff like that. So I applied. I applied last year, but it took me a year to get my life together and get people off my trust and out of my life and all this stuff for trying to stop me from going to law school. But everyone is out of my life, and I got no one on a trust. And I'm never, ever, 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 ever gonna have someone on a trust with me. No way, no how, never gonna happen. Never, never, never. I got work to do, and everyone slows it down. So, I applied to law school last year. I got accepted, no problem. I sent in, you gotta send in this application. And you gotta send in your uh, what's the word? Uh, Transcripts. Thank you, God. Send in your transcripts. So, I had to get one in physical for. Went to Mount St. Mary's College, graduated from there undergraduate, and then got 2 master's degrees from UNCW, University of North Carolina, Wilmington. And Mount St. Mary's doesn't use parchment. Parchment is like a way that you get, like you do it online. Basically, you pay a fee and they email it to whomever you want your transcripts to go to. Uh, so, uh, so I got that done. I got that done last year. Then I got an acceptance email. This year, when I'm actually, prepared to go and everything, they never sent me an acceptance. I got the transcripts done and gave them time. Nope, nothing. Didn't hear from them. So I finally called them. And like, oh no, we need to get that transcript. We got the physical one, but we didn't get the electronic one. I was like, great. So I got to go look at parchment. It says, oh, we emailed on this day, da da da. So I call back. After sending parchment, hey, they say they didn't get it. So I call back to the law school and I say, I look up the date that it was sent by parchment and everything. So I call him. I was like, hey, you just said to me that you didn't get the transcript. And they're like, oh no. And they look out, like looking up my date, look me up, and so on. Like, oh no, we have it. Oh, there it is. And so then while I'm on the phone, I was like, you put that together and then put it in the pile for me to get accepted, which they did. I had to call them on the phone to do it. So if you're going to take that route and do that, they try to slow me down like that. Expect they're going to try and slow you down like that, and mess up your, what you got to do or whatever. Expect they are going to mess with you too. And so, that's something to look out for as I'm doing that, because I'm doing a lot of work around this, my home and stuff like that. Get ready, doing like outdoor work, indoor work, solving all the problems around here, like dishwasher died, the refrigerator died. Just I'm doing everything to get ready to, because I'm going to have to take the time to go to law school, because it's always like, oh, well, did you run this by an attorney? I got that recently, you know, in the classroom after 50 years of proof. And still, I'm up against Stockholm syndrome. So, okay, you need me to be an attorney? Great. At 63, right? According to the birth certificate, you want me to go to law school? Okay, fine, fine. For you, sheep. For you, sheep. As a shepherd, I'll get a law degree for you. No problem. So, and for Trump, oh, you want me to get a law degree? You want me to go back into court? No problem. No problem. Okay. I was asked never to come back by, a judge who was spokesman. So he said, for all the judges here in Sarasota County, can we please ask you never to come back here? Okay, I did it, but now you want to make me invisible. So now, no, you didn't hold up your end. You're gonna make me disappear. So okay, 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 okay. Yeah, I'm coming back. No problem, no problem. So as soon as I start law school and get that organized and stuff like that, I'll be headed down to the courthouse here, or and so on, whatever wherever the records are, as far as foreclosures. Go look it up, and also into the courthouse too. But I'll be looking into foreclosures, and of course, I'm going to do the freehold thing. Yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Who else is going to do it, right? What? No, give me a break. No one else is capable. So I will. I will. So I'll look up, right? Look at the records, foreclosure. Make sure I got it right. Oh, this is Banco, and then I'll check online. I'll Google it and stuff like that. Okay, this is where that is. Find something I could go buy on my bike, right? And uh, then make sure it's physically no one's there, no trash cans, no one living there, stuff like that. Then uh you know i'll start uh I'll start stalking the joint, right, on video and whatnot. And I'll be stalking it without a cellular, right? Because I don't want them tracking me with proof. You know what I'm saying? I'll be tracking them with a SD chip. So I'll go by there. I'll bait them. I'll bait the trap. I'll set up the cameras and stuff. Then I'll bait the trap. I'll send them a letter over to the sheriff and be like, hey. Just want to find out whose God's more important, who's in charge here, uh, the devil, your God, or Jesus Christ. Like, come on by, come and see, and I get the video, and that's what I'll be up to. So I'm in law school, so you're supposed to get ready, used to the legal system. So I'll be headed down, checking out those records, and I'll uh, be going to the courthouse. Why? Well, let me tell you why. I went to I went to the drum circle last night, right? 400 people there, something easy. In Nokomis, oh my God, tiny little place, and now they're all coming. All the creatures are there, so many of them. And I walk around the circle every time I get there. It's not a show. I tell them all. They're all sitting in chairs like it's a show. Like, it's not a show. It's your life. This is not a show. It's your life. It's your life. It's not a show. This is not a show. It's not a show. You don't know what this isn't a show. It's a participatory event. You either go in there and pray for your God, or you lose. You go to hell. And so I also say, if you brought a chair and if you sit in a chair here, right? If that's what all you're doing, you're gonna die. You're gonna reincarnate. I just yell it at them. I don't. They're nothing. And so uh last night I get there, it's all like, the crappy drummers are there, and they're playing okay for a change because they get such a huge audience. And I've had to yell at them and stuff like that. They suck, so they improve. They've been practicing. And then when I get there, I'm out front, dance a little bit. Everyone else basically sucks at dancing compared to me and can't last very long. And I last, 2 hours plus, no problem, because I'm with God, and it's part of my work is to show them evidence that, you know, I'm better than you in every way, shape, or form. You should come over here. That's just part of my work as shepherding it. I have to do it. And so finally, the two good drummers come, and the people up front, they listen to me again. I've had to yell at them, and they don't listen to me. So they don't make space for the two drummers to go up front because they're all ego. They want to be up front playing their shitty drums or playing the drums shitty, and they don't let the two good drummers come up, set pace, and make it better. They don't let it. So I leave, right? I'm always right in front of the drummers. Everyone's watching me. The rest of them don't even matter. And then I go around back and I start dancing right. There's not much space, but I'm dancing at the back of the drummers. And so some of the drummers are coming by me. I'm like, hey, I have to dance back here because the two drummers are back here. You're not making space. So I'm back here. And they quit drumming. I was like, I'm dancing back here. I yell at all of them. I'm dancing back here now because you don't let them. You're not letting them up front. So the two good drummers are back here. I listen to you. I'll be dancing back here because everyone like, why is that guy dancing in the back? We came to watch him. He's dancing in the back all of them. So I tell them all. At which point now they make room and the two drummers move up front. Okay. Why is your ego in the way? Why can't you just do that? You suck at drumming. Let them drum. And if you can keep up, then touch your skin in the game. Otherwise, you suck. No one wants to hear you. They want to hear those two guys. You see? No contest, right? Why am I telling that story? Because I'll be going to the courthouse, right? Hey, I lost it. Hey, yeah, they know me. Oh yeah, I'm here because I got to go to law school now because the Trump wall went up and nobody can find me. That's what I'll be telling them. I'll be telling them like I got to tell the drummer. Yeah, no, I gotta come back to court. You might as well tell the judge and everything. I'll be coming back down here. I'll be doing all that crazy stuff's gonna happen down here again. Got to do the free home. Got to do all this stuff. I got to do it. Hey, I'm here again. Sorry, or make me visible. What? Hey, hi. What? Your decision. No problem. No problem. Hi. You didn't want me to come and rock your boat? Well, I'm back. Of course, I'll be saying to the cops, oh, they let you in the metal detector, be like, hey, only cowards carry guns. That's what I said to cops. First thing I say to them, only cowards carry guns. Okay, you don't see, I got no gun. I got God. I don't have a gun. Yeah, only cowards carry guns. That's what I say to him, right? When I see any cop, only cowards carry guns. Hey, coward. That's what I say. Every single one of them. First thing I say. All cowards, right? Bank never signs the document. The police are enslaving us to the bankers. That's the only reason for their existence. Every other thing they do, like helping out with this and that, they created every problem that they're helping with. We don't need no cops. If we were slaves and everything was free in this country and everybody could live in homes and all that stuff, we'd be helping each other. Be like, hey, let's make it really easy to get to the beach. Let's set up a train that goes right to the beach. You wouldn't even have to park a car. Everybody, and it just goes through every neighborhood and everyone would go to the beach. It'd be so fun and easy. Everything would be intelligent, up in this space. But now we got the cops who cause all the problems. And then, out there, oh, hey, let's help with this or that, with like accidents. And there ain't no accidents. You're supposed to get hit by a car if you get hit by a car. I'm going to check it here and see if anybody put anything in the classroom, see if anybody said anything here. Aloe, okay. I'm never born, I never die. With regards to the bending the knee requirements of an acknowledging a spiritual hierarchy, I look at that as balancing the credits and debits. Correct. That Mayor Baba refers to. Correct. Like you said, balancing the crossing. Exactly. The debits and credits. It's an accounting symbol. Absolutely 100% correct. Thank you, Alan. Yes, 100% correct. 100% correct. And that cross is like this, right? It's also like the symbol of those scales, right? And you see that in that painting we saw in India, in Goa, in that church of Judgment Day. You saw the two lines coming down from the cross, and everyone was being weighed there. Their actions were being weighed. You see, that's what the cross is, a symbol of, weighing good or bad. But I can wipe the slate clean with that methodology, with the baptism, and then bend the knee to me. Slate is wiped clean. Then you understand what's going on. If you have difficulty, you have a problem, ask me, I answer, do as I say. That's it. You don't do as I say, off balance. You're not going to make it. You're going to reincarnate. That's it. Whoops. Oops. That's it. That's the way it goes. If you bend your knee to the spiritual hierarchy, okay, then you got to follow it. And I say there are two laws: love God and and treat your brothers and sisters the way they should be treated. If you're try to enslave us as a cop, you're a coward. Only coward carry. You expect to be treated like the police officer, right? POS, the police officers, right? Piece of shit. So you expect to be treated like that. Expect to be called a coward. Expect to be told you're going to hell. Expect it. Expect it. You should expect it. That's what I'm doing to you. You earned it. That's what you're doing. You're going to hell. Expect it. That's why when you're in these difficulties, people not getting approved for just filling out a piece of paper. I'm with God. I'm a Christian. This is a parsonage. Approve the tax exemption. Oh, you're not going to do it? Send him a death letter. That's it. Don't waste your time on it. Let God handle it. Mayor Mama says, don't worry, be happy, and do your best. I'll do the rest. Okay, well, if you did all your work and you tried and tried and you made sure it's not some technical paperwork error and they completely understand your application, okay, and send them the death prayer. All right, you're not allowing me to be Christian according to Acts 5, then I pray for your death in the name of Jesus Christ. You're not handling them no more. You don't worry about it. You don't do anything further. You don't do a single thing. You put the paperwork, whatever you done, on your altar in front of God, and that's it. Worries over. You do not continue any of that. It's over, it's over, it's over, it's over. What are you saying? God can't handle it? What? He's making you breathe right now. But God can't handle it. No, you give it to God. You've done your best. You ask me questions. What about this? What about that? And that's it. You on to your rest of your life. You have children to watch over. You got work you're doing. You have work you're not doing. You need to keep your health. You need to exercise. You need to go to the beach. You need to go take a walk in the trees or go into the mountains or whatever, keeps your health here, gives you time with God. All the things, your pattern of existence that keeps you healthy and happy with God, go do that. Give up on that thing. You give it to God and keep it off your mind completely. Oh, that's coming on my mind. Oh, wait. You just go to your altar. Hey, that's with you, God. Quit sending me thoughts or nothing like that. Whoever's doing that in the name of Jesus Christ, don't send me a single thought about that. No, that's it. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over and done. As soon as you send that information to them, you are completed at doing that. Then it's in God's hands. No more worries, no more concerns. They're gonna try and mess with you. No. You want me on the phone? Well, hey, did you get that message? You did get it. Okay, well, just check it. Okay, well, we got nothing else to talk about. Bye. Do or die. Do what you're supposed to do, or what, you're gonna die. You go to hell. Okay, you got the message. Bye. End of story. That's the end. End. That's it. That's it. That's our job, is to create Judgment Day. Do you get that? It's my job. If you're going to work for me, that's your job. Do your best. And they're going to give a reason for Judgment Day. You see what I'm saying? They're supposed to not listen to you. At some point, they're supposed to not listen, and they're supposed to make it so you pray for your God to step in, like Moses, right? Hey, God, set your slaves free. And then God says, well, walk through the ocean. It's like, oh, well, okay, we'll walk through the ocean of God. Yeah, no problem. And then don't worry, I'll murder him behind you. Great. Fantastic. That's what I'm saying to you. I'm your shepherd. Follow what I say. Give it to God, and He will murder them. Stop them, whatever. Send them to hell judgment day. But He will most importantly make sure that you don't reincarnate. You go to God and you win this game. You see, that's the job that's going to get done. You see, that's what you're ensuring that by showing you have no fear. No, I have no fear. My fear is not calling on my God, because their job is to stop us at some point. That's their job. So you have to call on your God to handle them. Kill your enslavers. Don't kill them. Call on your God to do so. And that's it. That's it. You wipe your slate clean. They try to stop you. You call on your God to set you free, and they either listen, they don't listen, but you leave here. That's the game. That's it. That's what I got this week. Let me go make sure no one else had any other comments. So you see, we had at some point we had 12 people here, and 12 people liked the video. This I did this for you, and at one point there were 13, right? So, and there were 14, and there were only up to 12 likes, right? How do I say I can save 12? So that's the number in here. You see, 12 likes. Show up, get counted, or die, reincarnate, go to hell. You follow? So those extra ones, anyone in here who came in here and didn't like the video, you're not on the list. In fact, I pray God murders you and sends you to hell if you didn't like this video. Anyone that didn't do it, I pray that God murders you, sends you to hell, your entire family, and that's it. And the sooner the better. There's a line in the sand. There's us and them. That's it. There's us and them. A whole rest of the human population does not have God, and you do. That's it. That's all that's going on in this lifetime. Nothing else is going on. Nothing else is going to go on. That's all that's happening. And you've decided that's true. So get over on this line, the side of the line, and they go over there. And that's it. And then you make it through the last 8 years, eight and a half years here, and that's it. You win. It's really quite simple. And the funny thing is about this whole thing, they all know. They all know. And they won't do it. What? Who cares why they won't do it? In the end, who cares? No, who cares? They won't do it. Okay, who cares? Care about you and your loved ones and the ones you're stewards of, the children and so on. That's your job. Getting them over the line, yeah, that's my job. But my job is to see they're never crossing the line this lifetime. So we just pray for the death. In other words, get out of my way. Move. I have people I need to help. You see what I'm saying? Get out of my way. I'm helping people that are actually with God. Move, or you get my death prayer. Period. Oh, this is Circle last night. 400 or 500 people, biggest ever. Is there, and it's right. They're playing their best or whatever. And if here goes sheriff's helicopter, totally stopped dancing. I'm like this. The helicopter. Fuck you. you know all the drummers are smiling because they've seen me do this before, and the whole audience, I don't care what they do. It goes by, I go back to dancing. That's my job. That's my job. In a nutshell, in an action. So they want me back at the courthouse. This is gonna be funny. I get some video this time. All right, everyone. God bless you. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you for choosing God. Thank you for the support. I really appreciate it. It'd be good if you gave the same level of support out there. I'm not kidding about being hidden on Liberty Academy here. it is absolutely a virtual wall has gone up. Uh, making it so getting new students is going to be extremely difficult. It's absolutely incredibly difficult. All of Tammy's work is now super difficult. All of my work is difficult. Everything is just amped up in the difficulty level. So it's so annoying. So your support is really, I can't even tell you how much it means. That's why at Acts 5, it's like, you have to give everything or else you die. You don't make it to that because that's what they're going to stop. They're going to, they're going to try it they're going to come at me all the way. You see the saying that that's what they're doing. So if you don't come to me all the way, this I'm telling you, it's just gonna get more like that. Okay. So be aware of the situation. Okay. I'm trying I'm trying to give you knowledge. Knowledge is power. If you have the knowledge, you can deal with your situation. That's what I'm here trying to do. Okay. All right, everyone. Let's pray for each other. But let me do one more checking here. Make sure someone else hasn't typed in anything else. Just Alan. Okay, he's always the front runner in this game. It's so easy to spot him out there out front. Uh, so okay. Uh, let's say a prayer for each other. The game's just gonna get harder. Okay, so uh, it's not going to be easy for you. It's going to get harder. You're going to see all this crazy stuff. Oh man, right? They said it. They said that thing I saw on Thursday night at like 6:30. They said it was uh what's Elon's SpaceX. They said it was a SpaceX rocket. What I saw. Uh, that thing was super close to you. I don't know about no SpaceX rocket, and it was going from west to east. Was it? Was it? Going from land to the ocean? I thought, if you set a rocket up, it goes over the ocean. Yes, Elon don't set up no rockets. Those are all fake. That's all CGI nonsense. But I saw this star, and you know, it got brighter, and then had all this three-dimensional, sort of like a liquid, but out of light around it, and it kept going on and on. Never seen anything like it in my life. Absolutely never. And it was not far from here at all. It was low down. It was not way up in the sky. Uh, but that's what they said. After I did that show, it came up in the news later. Uh, SpaceX had a rocket thingy. It's like, nah. Uh-uh. Anyway, all right. So let's pray for each other, okay? And that's what we'll do as we go out. We'd have another week of them trying to put the thumb screws to us, and we call on our God and get through another week. That's our job. Yes. All right. So I'll say, God bless you, right? And your loved ones and everyone's here watching over you, and make your progress easy in the coming week. And in the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Ghost, Bear Baba, the Father, the Son, Jesus Christ, the Holy Ghost, Gabriel, the angel. Watch over you, protect you, and make your work, your life as easy as possible. Okay? All right. Until next week, I really appreciate the support. Uh, Thank you for staying with the truth. And I'll see you next week, okay? At noon. All right.